Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So I just got back from a recent trip to Asia, basically stopping in Ho Chi Minh City and also a week there, and then also half a week in Tokyo, one of my favorite places. Ho Chi Minh, really a great time, enjoyed it, and Tokyo has always been a favorite of mine. I mean, there's something about Tokyo. There's really hope in the world when you see the orderly kindness and cleanliness of a city such as Tokyo and Sendai and some of the other beautiful cities like Osaka. Can't wait to go back. And it was a really successful trip on a business trip. And it was very successful. I'm very happy about that. But as a trader junkie, of course, I always have an opportunity to see if I can trade. Now, I was battling a lot of things: airplane Wi-Fi, hotel Wi-Fi, time differences, things like that. And also my inability to always look at, a lot of charts. So I sort of went into my sort of traveling trader mode, and I want to show you a couple trades that I took and see if you can get anything out of it. I will show you the charts, but really these were chartless trading trades, and I'll show you how I came about doing that, whether it was on a plane or, 3 in the morning with jet lag in a hotel room in Ho Chi Minh. So let's take a look at my chart and what I'm really looking at. Okay, so we're looking at the S&P Futures. We're looking at a 15-minute chart, and I'll show you the first trade, say on July 29th. So if you want to go into your platform, that's fine. You could follow with me. This is in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam on the 29th, a very jet-lagged trader. So what we have here is just your typical sort of down move, all right, and with your normal bounce. So the question is, where does it go from here? So my thought is that, and again, I'm not looking at charts at the time, I'm looking at price action. So it's important to understand that perspective, but I'll show you, the chart to give you a visual perspective if you so inclined. All right, I know that's a lot of you in the previous trade videos, you wanted to see the charts, even though I wasn't trading on charts. So what you try to do is, and what my goal is, to paint a box of price action. So if you see in this box here, we have, I shaded it in blue, right? The low on the red bar here and all the way up to this wick way up here. So that's sort of like my sandbox. So what I'm looking at is I want to see failure. Again, I don't have a lot of things in front of me, but if I could see price failing or breaking out, I want to take advantage of this. So this was actually right at the close of the New York markets, and I believe it was Apple or one of the big tech companies reporting. Obviously, the initial reaction was not good. So when I have that mental picture, right, I'm writing it down where it's in my head saying, this is the sandbox I'm playing with, right? And this is where the market currently is accepting price. If it breaks out of there, I want to take advantage of it. So really capture panic. That's basically what I'm looking for. So in this bar here, we have that big red bar wick, which the initial reaction was positive. Then we have failure. So now I know traders are traps. Now it's a question of where I'm going to get in. Well, I think I'm going to get in when it breaks out of sort of comfortable sandbox. So I took one here right at the below of that sandbox, 54, 56, 25. All right. And then I took it another one at 54, 52. So this was happening very fast. So I just literally pushed, limit order, and just got filled -1, -2, and then took that big bar down to 54, 42, 25. Again, this is a 15-minute chart. So I'm going to put up here the actual transactions. I'm using Tasty Trade for this, for my futures trade. So you'll see the timestamps of each trade and then the closure. So it's really not that much. I mean, they're talking about quick scalps here and, hitting and running. Could you trail? Absolutely. But, again, 3 in the morning Ho Chi Minh time, staring at a ceiling, and, trader junkies like myself are trying to, basically get some crumbs. So if we calculate the amount of ticks, remember each point in the S&P 500 is $50. So we're looking at a total of, rough calculation, 24 points, net 24 points. So 24 times 50. So again, not bad for a couple minutes worth of work. And where I would put my stop, someone would ask, is the initial stop would go above the highs. That's pretty big risk there. But you immediately, as soon as it starts moving in your favor, you really want to bring it down to stop to break even. And again, in a couple minutes worth of time, you really have to be familiar with your platform. And I'm doing this, of course, on my smartphone app, which Tasty Trade app just personally is one of the best around. All right. So, and as you can see, price actually kind of got shut off, and there was actually a nice long there, which I didn't take. So, that's good. That's good for the first trade. Let's go to a second one. All right. And I'll scroll. Okay. So I'll take this was actually on the plane back to New York from Tokyo Haneda on August 8th. So again, we're looking at a S&P Futures 15-minute chart. So what I'm looking for here is you see this down move, all right, pretty significant, right? It's about 2 or 3 waves of down move. So I'm thinking about long here. Again, I'm not looking for the home run long. I'm just looking for some traders to be trapped, some late shorts, and see some price action to where the shorts are starting to panic or it's not going down any longer. So again, chartless trading, but I'll show the chart here just so it's easier on everybody's eyes. You see this low price bounce back, and you see this stabilization, sort of like a bull flag in a sense. All right. But what I'm doing is I'm painting a box. All right. I don't look at charts. I don't have the candlesticks in front of me. So I'm sort of limited. So I'm looking at my box and I'm saying, okay, at what point does it stay in this box and then starts to sort of break out? I don't necessarily have to get the breakout price, but I'm just looking for where there's failure where it's not going lower. All right. And clearly you see this in this box. So I take this entry at 52.19. All right. And I just put a 5 or whatever 6-point target of 52.25. Again, I'm scalping. I'm on a plane. Pretty good Wi-Fi, I got to say. Congrats to the airline to have pretty solid Wi-Fi, but I'm always very concerned about it. And one of my rules is OCO orders at all times. Is always a stop in place in case my Wi-Fi goes out, which it does from time to time. So this trade took a little bit longer. I'll post this on the left side. You can see where the timestamps are. And again, not a big deal. One contract, 5.5 points. Again, $50 a point. But these are the little things that sort of add up. And more importantly, it keeps me engaged. I was, away on business. I had some speaking engagements on the risk side of my business, but I'm still a trader at heart, and I'll always be, trading the market. So it keeps me engaged. But little coin in the pocket doesn't hurt as well. So this, I'll give you a summary of my trades for the 2 weeks that I was there. Didn't trade that often. I didn't have an opportunity to do it that much, but when I did, I allowed the market come to me, and I really just based it on specific scalps environment. So the lesson here is, try to stay engaged around the road. Personally, I think chartless trading is really, really interesting and cool, and can be done on a really good smartphone. I'll use certain platforms that, to me, really serve the need for that, and they're not going to fail on me. But I got to be very selective, and as you can see, I'm keeping size very small, S&P futures, and really about 1/8, 1/10 of my size. Always have stop losses in case the Wi-Fi breaks up, even in nice hotels. So overall, pretty good trip. Again, it's not going to break the bank, but I'll take it and get set once my jet lag kind of settles down, and I'll get back to my normal trading office procedure. I hope this helps, and I'll see you next time.